first because it is shorter, so it doesn't make sense to go over it first. And then there's more Barbie fallout, right? There is more fallout when it comes to, I guess, the whole idea. And I'm gonna milk it, right? Cause fuck it. I love Barbie. I'm gonna sit here and stand it all week. There's more fallout when it comes to people actually having, and me and Shelby did talk about this a little bit yesterday, right? Individual opinions, but if you don't keep in line with the monster you've created, then maybe, just maybe, you are reaping what you sow. So that specifically is about Ethan Van. We're still talking. Shut up, Gary. I promise. We won't talk about Barbie tomorrow. I promise. Wait, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow we're playing Bad Ideas Plays. So we're doing It Takes Two. Thursday's gonna be about comics. So I promise it's the last day this week, but it's the last day for a couple days at least, right? Right? But then we're gonna talk a little bit about people actually being honest about the movie and getting fucking their audience attacking them, specifically Ethan Van Sciver. And I want to know, so have you guys heard, has anybody seen, now I'm just asking because of something I heard, did anybody watch that Star Wars girl review of Barbie? Because I'm very curious. The reason I say that is because from my understanding, and I could be wrong, again, I'm getting secondhand information, is that she actually did 2 positive reviews, then deleted it and did a negative one. Again, secondhand information. I'm not subscribed to her channel, but I'm very, very curious. But that's not where we're going to start anyways, right? We're not going to start with the Barbie. And this actually goes back to Kasparian. I mean, 2 of my favorite things in one stream, guys. How can I bitch? How can I bitch? That's so funny. I have, and I don't watch her videos. I don't either. I was just given some information. I was curious if anyone knew. Regardless, this is Beta Boy, right? So we're gonna watch this video. I did look at it a little bit. Not, I haven't watched it. I just kind of fumbled through it a little bit. And it was really weird to me because the one part where he said something about Hard Bastard, I know who Hard Bastard is. I only remember him. I'm looking him up right now. I only remember him because he covered me one time before. He covered my, remember when a long time ago, and you might not remember, it's been a long time, when Mortal Kombat 11 came out, actually, that's how long it's been, Warner Brothers took down one of my videos because I didn't like the ending for Jax, right? And I got my video copyright taken down, and a couple of people covered it because there was a couple of us. That's all I remember of this YouTuber. Other than that, it looks like he doesn't, I don't know. Does he create content? Does he do, I think maybe live streams? But there's no content on his channel. I don't know. Very, very weird. Very, very weird. Has she said good morning to us? No, I have not. So I will do that collectively. I apologize. I've been bad about good mornings this week. Really, really bad about good mornings this week. I apologize, guys. I'm still trying to look and see if I know this. If this person makes content, but it doesn't look like it. I don't know. I remember Hard Bastard because he used to be friends with Aiden Paladin. Isn't that a Star Wars character? Hold on. I gotta Google these things. I thought like Paladins were part of Star Wars. Aydin. Aiden Paladin is not a Star Wars character. It's not, guys. Spoiler. I don't know who they are. They look like a YouTuber. But I thought a Paladin thing was a Star Wars thing. Oh my God. Oh my God. I apologize. But I know there's something like with Star Wars that's called Paladin, something. I know. Jax was better in Midway Mortal Kombat. Yeah, they removed my video. And again, this was back when MK11 was coming out. And it was actually because it was my own fault. Kind of. Like, they didn't have to be dicks, but they were. It was the combat. Was he in a combat pack? No, the game was being released the very next day. I released it one day early. So technically they had the right. And they were just being shitty. Right? That was my fault. Oh, Palatine. My bad. I thought we were talking Star Wars.
Again, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all
I said long ago, if he makes videos about me, and I notice, because to be fair, I don't always notice, I'm gonna cover them, right? I'm taking on the fandom menace. What is it? Monetize your haters, right? Monetize your haters. Paladin. I don't know, you guys. You guys know more than me. I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, speaking of Mortal Kombat, there is a theory going around, since I didn't bring up Mortal Kombat this time, totally wasn't me. That Takeda could be Hanzo. I don't know how good of a theory it is, but it is a theory, right? Good morning, Caesar. Member for 1 month. Good morning, Nerdettes. Good morning, Caesar. I apologize, you guys. But I don't think he's gonna be Hanzo. I think he's still gonna be Takahashi.
all doing well, and may God bless you all. If someone were to ask me what is my favorite YouTube channel, I wouldn't hesitate for a second. That is the easiest question in the world to me. The best YouTube channel ever is, of course, Alpha Eagle. What else?
Oh my God, he's so quirky today, you guys. He's so funny. That was a good one, right? That was a really, really good. Okay.
Someone were to ask me what's my second favorite YouTube channel, I would have to say The Hard Bastard, or as he is also known as HB. He is the.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm not crazy. Are you guys familiar with this YouTuber? I do remember them previously, but if you look, I am not kidding you. Like, just trying to do due diligence alone, this person has no content. None. What? I mean, does anybody... This makes me a little worried, I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck is that playlist name? What the fuck is that playlist? Oh my God. What the fuck? Used to be very political. I do remember that they would like cover news of the day, but I don't see any content. 3 months ago, maybe they don't make content anymore. What's that say? Yeah, no, you saw that. No, girl. I know you saw that. This does not make me believe that they probably made very good content. I'm just putting it out there, right? Holy fuck balls. Good morning, Puddin', by the way. Why you keep exposing Pookie Bear? Wait, what? Given the name of this playlist, he doesn't seem like a guy I'd watch. Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. I think, why? Okay, here's the thing. I have actually a couple playlists, like besides my own videos, I have a couple playlists that are public. Because I have music in them. I have an Ice Nine Kills one that's public, that's got all of the shower scene stuff. I've got some graphic audios for people that are interested in graphic audios. Not a single one of them says anything with the N word in it. Just putting that out there.
The very best political news commentator. I agree with him politically 99.99% of the time. If someone wanted to know where I line up politically, I would tell them to watch his show, and
I actually don't agree with anybody 99.9% of the time. Not a single person that I watch do I agree with 99.9% of the time. That's actually odd to me. Like, I'm really trying to rack my brain on who I would agree with. Is there any YouTuber that you guys watch that you agree with 99.9% of the time? Any single one? I can't think of anyone. Maybe like, okay, if we're talking comic book YouTubers, nope. Political YouTubers, definitely not. Right? Definitely not. That's an awful lot. Samuel, thank you so much. Off topic, but this was just breaking. U.S. Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy announced last night House of Representatives preparing to launch an impeachment inquiry against President Joe Biden. Oh, that's hilarious. That's actually SEC, she's great. I haven't seen her in a while. That's actually funny. I mean, I really can't think of anybody I agree with that much. Like, besides like very trivial topics like comic books, I really can't think.
would know exactly where I stand on most issues. But when I was watching his show recently, I heard something that shocked me. Take a listen.
Says the AIDS war has claimed Nerdette's newsstand. Xander Thal blocked her for defending Sitchin.
Does anybody know? Hold on. The AIDS war?
Shocked me. Take a listen.
Says the AIDS war has claimed Nerdette's newsstand. Xander Thal blocked her for defending Sitchin Adam. Ironic, she attacked and blocked me in her stream for pointing out he is racist towards white people.
Wait, that was the guy that came in when we were talking about that, and I asked him to prove it, and he couldn't. Remember? So yeah, that is a 100% lie, but I'm not surprised. Why the fuck would I block someone saying that Xander Hall was racist against white people when Xander and I have had a clear issue with each other? Does he mean ads? No, he definitely doesn't mean ads. He meant AIDS war. I don't know what that is. Like, I'm not going to Google it because I have a feeling it's like a meme on their channel or something. But I don't know. I don't know. It's weird, right? Another annoying voice. Yeah, they both sound like fucking, like, to be fair, they both do sound very like, I'm gonna wear a pocket protector, Steve Urkel style, right? Like,
Now, that wasn't the shocking part. I knew that Nerdette was blocked by Xander Hall. We'll be getting to the shocking part in a second. But for context, for anyone who doesn't know, Xander Hall is a far, far left YouTuber. He's one of these crazy leftists who went after Anna Kasparian for not wanting to be called a birthing person.
yeah.
Anna Kasparian was right.
Yeah, he actually called her transphobic, right? He called her a bunch of things. Said she was leaving the left, right? The socialists, is leaving the left. Okay.
That birthing person is a dumb commie phrase that shouldn't be normalized. By the way, don't simp for Anna.
What? I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. It's a dumb commie phrase. What is this, the Red Scare, bro? Stop it. If you call everything communist, oh my god. Okay.
For this broken clock moment, I'm not buying her pivot. More on that later.
Okay, what? Because she's not pivoting. She's just not pivoting. She's still on the left. I hate, like, I'll simp for Anna all I want, but she's still on the left. You just have a bunch of people on the left gaslighting her. I'll simp for Anna Kaboom and her kaboomies any day, right? Fucking commies.
Anyways, Xander Hall and other commie YouTubers called Anna Kasparian transphobic for her comments. Anna is not transphobic at all. That's ridiculous. Frankly, nobody is transphobic, in my opinion. That's just dumb.
Yeah. People don't like trans people. Yeah, that's real. That's real. That can very much happen. Holy shit, Albus! I mean, Puddin', I'm sorry. We've got new members. Figure Drawing is a new member. Sultan is a member. The name I am not allowed to say is a member. Let me see. Colin! There should be one more. Am I missing one? 1, 2, 3. Nick! Nick is a member. Holy crap. Awesome. Thank you so freaking much. That is awesome. Okay. So back to... I'm sorry, that caught me off guard. What kind of a grown-ass person? What kind of a grown-ass person seriously goes, oh, that's a commie sentence? What? What kind of a grown-ass person that has more than 2 brain cells, I should say, right? Those commies. They're coming to get us, you guys. So they're coming to get it. It was Mr. J who gave, yes, that's why I said Puddin', not that name I'm not allowed to say, right? Yes. 100%. I swear, far-right political channels can't have other opinions at all. It's either you're on my side or you're a commie. 100%. Not only that, but we'll have more proof of that later in the stream when we talk about the Ethan Van Sciver reaping what he sowed, all because he's being honest. And I do give him props for being honest about his Barbie review, right? I do. But he's fighting the monster he helped create, right? Right? So I don't feel too bad for him. Colin, thank you so much. Alf Eagle has got the clap confirmed. No, you would have to have sex, right? So we know that he's good there. And he needs to shut his mouth. It's very annoying. It is, but it's also very funny. Of course it does. It's never made sense, Samuel. They have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea. And they do this, right? They do this where they think anybody that is not hard right is a commie. There's a clear difference between a commie and a socialist, right? But even on that factor, I've been called communist, and that's ridiculous. That's that's wild to me. Not every liberal in the world is a communist. He's also the person that said, I hate America, right? I hate America because I said outsourcing was normal in America. I stated facts and it hurt his feelings. Make it make sense. Barbie movie, Matt. Okay, well, Hominus is fired. You have wrong think, Hominus. Hominus! Wrong think. God. I'm just kidding. We love Hominus.
Kasparian made an appearance on the Sitch and Adams show, explaining her new views. Again, don't buy it. And Xander Hall attacks Sitch and Adam by calling them far right wing. So, Nerdette, who was also on the Sitch and Adam show, by the way, she commented on Xander Hall's stream defending Sitch and Adam, saying that they are not far right. Tristan is correct here.
Yeah,
they are not far right. So Xander banned her for simply stating a fact.
And it's so fucking weird to me, right? Because I've said this so many times. I am a part of I like listening to all different sides of the aisle, right? I don't have to be spoon-fed my information by somebody that I agree 99.9% with, right? I don't have to listen to somebody that I agree with 99.999% of the time. So I can listen to Xander Haw, just like I can listen to Tim Pool, right? And it's weird, right? Here's the weirdest part of it all. I have my own brain and I make up my own mind. I don't have to be spoon-fed by somebody that I agree with. Holy shit. Elvis. I mean, God, you got me all flustered. Put it. We got Pawn Star. I was just making sure it was Pawn and not, just saying. Mr. J's Puddin' Wiz, One Man's Voice, Bew Scott, and Don't Fluff. We got 5 new freaking members. That is awesome. I love it. Let's go member hype. That's right. But I had watched a lot of content from Xander Haw because I want to understand all points of view. Did I agree with Xander Haw? No, especially as of late. He had gone from this relatively okay, I wouldn't say relatively normal, but he was middle left, and he just went extreme in the last few years. Just extreme. He's one of the people that are all the trans people are getting genocided. You understand what I'm saying? It's wild to me. Is there trans panic? Yeah, and I'll be the first to say it. But that's as far as I'm gonna go. Robert, thank you so much. My dad told me to get the full picture, follow both left and right, and that's exactly what I do, because I do think, as in the Anna video with Adam and Stitch, we did cover it. She had talked about how there were certain little tidbits of information when she would use her normal sources that was left out, right? Like we've talked about before, a lot of people thought, what's his name? Kyle something. I forget his last name. That he had killed 3 black men, right? That he was a white guy that had killed 3 black men. There was a lot of stuff that would be left out from the right, from the left, which is exactly what the right do also. So once you are able to kind of look at both sides and get the full story, it is it's a lot. I would say it's a lot more well-rounded of an opinion. Kyle Rittenhouse, thank you so much. I don't know why I escaped my, we talked about it not that long ago, and it escaped my mind right away. Screw the left and right. Follow me. Yes, follow James. He will give us all our information that we need.
In this case, Nerdette was right. And as always, Xander Hall was wrong. As I said before, these people on the far left are ban happy. They love their echo chamber and ban anyone who confronts them with facts that they don't like. Ironically, as this Black Knight leader pointed out, Tristan herself is also very ban happy. According to him, Tristan banned him for saying that Xander Hall is racist to white people.
It's hilarious because he did zero research to prove whether or not that was true or not, right? Considering that guy that said that was in my live stream when we covered Xander Hall. So obviously I didn't ban him. But that is that, you know, sure, spread more lies. Spread more lies, buddy.
This is another fact. The far left hate white people. Even the far left people who are white hate white people. That's just another fact.
I've actually never seen any evidence that Xander Hall hates white people. Like, I've watched a lot of his, not a lot, but a decent amount, I would say, of his content. I've never seen him be racist towards white people. But I wouldn't ban someone for saying that. Since when has he ever done research? Right, he just mimics what was said without even, like, a second thought. Oh, yeah, duh. She banned someone for saying he was racist towards white people. I love this. I love this, Otis. Don't let facts get in the way of a good story. That's right. That is fucking right, Otis. I don't know. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, because with Xander Hall, I honestly would not be surprised, right? But I've not personally seen him get racist towards white people. And what he's using is kind of what Joseph's talking about right now, right? What he's using is exactly what people, like when I had Organized Chaos on, will use on Black people on the right. So, like, I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, and I get that. I think I've seen quite a bit more than you, but I've not seen him be racist towards white people. Like, maybe a little heavy on, like, the, oh, I'm sorry, I'm white kind of shit, but not racist. Not like, if you're white, you should burn. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Let's not pretend like racist isn't a real term that definition has gotten eroded away. Let's use it for its actual meaning.
Now let's finally get back to the part of HB's video that really shocked me.
I thought she was based a long time ago. That's a shame. Wasn't she?
I love how both the right and the left use based in different meanings, right? Based, to my understanding, it's okay, Elapso, it's okay. Hold on, I gotta Google it. Based, to my understanding, is, okay, well, I gotta type in slang, obviously. Being yourself and not caring what others think of you. Okay. So it does relate to both sides of the aisle. Like, somebody represents trans rights and Xander Hall will be like, oh, that's based. And now this guy's saying, I thought she was based a long time ago. By representing myself and not caring what, yeah, I still am, buddy. I still am. By that definition, I still am. Weird.
Hanging around in my chat a few years ago. How do you go from here to that?
The funny thing is the only time I ever went into this dude's chat, so he must know who I am in order to have noticed me, was when he covered me. When he covered me on Mortal Kombat. Because I didn't know who he was. People said, Hard Bastard is talking about you. And I'm like, okay, let me Google who this person is. Found it. I got in there after he had already covered the segment, and I said, thank you. Right? That was it. To my understanding, I don't remember ever being in this person's chat other than that. Because it's not my cup of tea. It never has been. It's very far right politics, right? Even before I kind of had a weird, very public shift of mindset, I still wasn't into like far right politics, right? I don't know. It's very weird. Very, very weird. Nerdette is base. She carries herself. Yeah, it said something about swagger. To carry yourself with swagger. Okay. I mean, I guess. Now I'm going to have to look up swagger. Fuck, guys. I don't know internet speak as much.
That you are like a major watcher or anything, but I mean, that you, first of all, it takes a certain type of person to tolerate this show for even 15 minutes.
That's fair. And I don't think I ever tolerated it more than 15 fucking minutes. That's so weird to me. He's acting like I was like a viewer of his channel. I went in there once when he covered me. Because you guys got to remember, when Mortal Kombat 11 was coming out 4 years ago, I had like 4,000 subs, right? I had no community. I had no following whatsoever. I had a very, very small channel. And Mortal Kombat did get me some, that was my first real boost on this platform. Okay. I was like, I think it might have honestly been the first time that somebody ever talked about my channel ever, right? Somebody ever talked about my channel ever. And then I got some articles done on, oh my God, you want to hear the cringe? You want to hear the cringe? You ready for the cringe? A bunch of articles written about me on One Angry Gamer. Oh God, I'm dying. I had to literally ask him to stop using my videos. I had to ask him to stop using my videos. A bunch of fucking bullshit that he would put in. He'd be like, here's a video covering, I don't know, Jade's trailer. I don't even know if Jade had her own personal trailer, but regardless. And it'd be like, they race swapped her and made her ugly. And then in my video, it'd be like, well, I'm not a fan of this part of the design, but I love this part of the design. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only one I truly, really fucking hated, and I still to this day am not a fan unless you put some gear on it, is Frost. And I got fucking destroyed. I got fucking destroyed. You guys. That's still and probably will forever be my highest downvoted video, because I said she looked like Ellen DeGeneres, because I didn't like the way that she looked. Oh my God, I got destroyed. Like, it was like 17,000 downvotes. I have never had so many people hate my opinion so much at one time, and I just reveled in it. I was like, ha. Like, I loved it. I'm not gonna lie. But at that time, that was the first time anyone had covered me. So I was like, okay, this is cool. I'm gonna go see what's going on, right? And that was it.
For even 15 minutes. And how do you go to, oh man, hopefully she'll reverse course and, you know, I don't know. But man, that's a hell of a thing right there. That's a shame.
What? Reverse course for what? I don't need to reverse course. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. Frost is fugly. Yeah, but you know Mortal Kombat fans, right? I even got a couple when I was talking about Tanya. Not as bad, because I think people like generally are like, ew. But I got someone like, how dare you be obsessed with looks? You think she looks bad? Oh my god. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't need to. Reverse course, meaning you come back to the right. No, it's not gonna happen. I'm not this is exactly right. But blindly follow them. Well, when I start noticing they're all lying, I'm not into it. I'm not into taking away human rights. I'm not into any of that. I'm not into, like, you guys saw my conversation. We'll call it a conversation with Gothics. Like, her whole thing was like, God says it's bad, so it's bad. I mean, she did, to give her a little bit of credit, she did only mention God twice. But God also said, you know, if someone rapes your daughter, they owe you $50. But then if she gets pregnant, she has to marry him. God also said, if you whip your slave and he doesn't die, only give him a day to recover. Then he needs to go back to work. Right? Right? Okay. God also said, no tattoos. God also said, dress like a woman. Like, do you want me to keep going? Yeah, that's not. Pick a damn side, Tristan. James, I picked a side. It is the side of Knox 2024. That's what I decided. That's
a shame. I don't know a lot about her, so I can't really say, but it's a hell of a thing. All right.
So apparently, Nerdette used to be a fan of HB, just like me. That's what shocked me. We actually liked the same YouTuber. How can that be?
I was never a fan of him. I hate to break it to you. I know you're gonna get really excited that we were a fan of the same person, but I was never a fan of him. Nope. Oh yeah. The biggest one of all. The biggest one of all. That is factual. That's funny.
And not just any YouTuber. She liked my second favorite YouTuber next to myself, of course.
No, I didn't.
So I have to ask.
I never did. I didn't. I thought it was cool. He was covering me. I know you're gonna get real excited and think that, like, for some reason that makes some weird connection. No, buddy. No, you're just fucking weird.
Ask the question. Tristan, if you're watching right now, did you really like HB?
No.
That blows my mind.
No.
He is so opposite of you politically. It's hard for me to imagine that you ever liked him.
Nope, he covered me. And to be honest, I'm not familiar enough to really give a like strong opinion on the channel. But I do watch people that are politically opposite of me, right? I do. Oddly enough, I can handle it. I can handle that. I don't have to have somebody agree with me 99.9% of the time to be able to understand. And that's why, and that's one reason why I love this channel so much, because even like okay, Reese, I'm using you as an example, right? Me and Reese disagree on everything, but I'm still able to fucking joke around with them and have a good stream with them. I don't have to agree with Reese on everything. I don't have to agree with him on everything in order to enjoy his company. It's wild, right? It's crazy. It's so crazy. And I still haven't had a fired hominist for wrong think.
Is he mistaking you for someone else? Were you watching him when you were still with Comicsgate? I'm so amazed by this revelation. By the way, I agree with HB that it's a shame that Tristan went to the wrong side, and hopefully she reverses course.
Anybody unironically saying this person is on the wrong side is ridiculous, right? Anybody saying somebody is on the wrong side is ridiculous. There is no wrong side, right? I mean, I would agree there's definitely a side that is rooted in more hateful policies. I would say that there is a side that is rooted in keeping the status quo instead of changing it up. But there is no wrong side. There's different opinions. There's the ability to work together in democracy. There is the ability to understand each other, but there is no wrong side, right? And I don't, and yes, we don't get to decide who is right and who is wrong. We don't get to decide who's right and wrong. Ridiculous to even think so.
Anyway, to get back to what I was saying about Anna Kasparian, don't simp for her.
I'm better than you. You are garbage. Did he make that meme all by himself about Anna? That was really good. That's a great meme. That's amazing. Good job. You made a meme by putting, okay.
Not falling for her pivot at all. I think this is all an act. Her pivot is just temporary. She sees that the tides are changing. She knows that her side is losing.
What? What? She's not pivoting. That's so weird to me. Because she was honest with her feelings, that means somebody's pivoting. He is as bad as Xander Hall, right? You realize that, right? He's doing the exact same thing Xander Hall did. She left the left. Now he's going, she's pivoting. No. She's just being honest with her audience on what she believes in, how she wants to be treated. Right? That's okay. I don't mind. I would much rather follow somebody that's open and honest, even if I disagree with them, than somebody that spoon feed me what I want to hear. Not only that, but somebody that's willing to fix their mistakes, like she did with the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff. That's good. That's a good trait. That's a good trait.
Her views are not popular now. People are tired of all the BS coming from the far left. Defunding the police is a losing policy. People are...
Defunding the police was always a losing policy. There was always a losing policy. And then they switched it to, something. I don't remember. Yeah, that was always a losing policy. Nobody was going to fall for that shit.
Are tired of all the constant changing of our language to their ridiculous phrases like birthing person or bonus hole. It's all dumb.
Okay, bonus hole thing we joke around about. We absolutely need to make an emoji about the bonus hole. Just saying. Birthing person, I can agree with them on. I don't mind it in a clinical setting. That's a little different, right? I will say that I do know that she is very much not the type to talk about changing speech. There was a video I watched about, I don't know, maybe a year ago. The Young Turks. It was, I'm trying to think so I can show you guys. It was a video, basically a bunch, if you guys remember, about 6 months to a year ago, there was a professor or a group of professors that came out and they wanted to get rid of the dumbest words, right? The dumbest words. I am not kidding you. They wanted to get rid of words like, fuck, I don't remember. I had the list downloaded for so long because I was going to cover it. And they were really, really bad though. Professor, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Change. And she like not blew a gasket, but yes, here we go. I actually did find it. That's amazing. They wanted to cancel words like American, right? Okay, that's really, really dumb. Let's see if they have a list of words on this video. Probably not. But the words were so bad, all of the Young Turks were railing against how bad the list of words were. It was really, really sad.
The faculty lounge.
It isn't what the left is.
No, this is not
and
helpful.
They literally were going, this isn't helpful. Stop being the language, please. This is not what the left wants to be known for, right? Stop doing this. Stop doing this. Stop doing this. But yeah, they want to change everything, right? I'm convinced Alpha Eagle is still ew and wants to fix you to bring you back over to the side, hoping that's gross. That's disgusting.
People aren't buying the whole gender identity, non-binary BS. It's as simple as that. She is aware enough to realize that the far left views are not as popular as
he made look, you guys, he made another meme. He made another meme and it says the exact same thing. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? He's multi-talented. Actually, to be fair, I think that looks like a thumbnail, but I'm not sure.
So now she can pretend and say, sure, I'm left-wing, but I'm not far left like those guys over there. But as soon as the tides change again and her views become popular again, she'll be back to her old commie self again. So I think a huge part of this is that she fears the legal repercussions. Perhaps she's afraid of being sued by Kyle Rittenhouse or someone like that.
That is a decent point. I'll give him that one. If I was Kyle Rittenhouse, I would have been pissed at the way shit was covered. But I don't think he should sue somebody like the Young Turks. I think he's not going to get the money that he would get with going the way of, what was it, Noah Sandsman? Remember, I felt so bad for that kid. They were like drumming in his face, right? And I remember seeing the video and all the outrage, and I'm like, what? What did this kid do? What? He looked like he was about to burst out in tears. And he actually did get a settlement from, I believe it was CNN. It could have been the New York Times. It was one of the bigger companies. I'm not exactly sure which company it was. But I definitely, I do remember that, and I can understand. Like, that's a decent point. But I would think that I would go to the main source, right? So if you're trying to do some sort of defamation, you got to track the top source, right? And we covered this during the Johnny Depp trial, and it would have been the Sun, right? Anybody that covered that necessarily wouldn't be the one you sued. It would be the person at the top.
Kyle Rittenhouse went on Tucker Carlson, listing the people he was going to sue for defamation. He specifically mentioned Cenk and the Young Turks.
Oh, he did? Okay. At 17, Kyle Rittenhouse said should have been at his home. Yeah, his parents need their asses fucking kicked. Or his mother, I believe. I don't know if his dad passed away or something, but I don't remember hearing anything about his father. His mom, she needs her ass whipped. She needs no mother in their right mind should have let that happen.
Have a lot of potential targets to sue yourself. Will you be suing any of these news organizations, and if so, when?
Well, right now we're looking at quite a few politicians, celebrities, athletes.
Okay, so don't you like how he cut out the date of those? He cut out the date. So let's see. Kyle Rittenhouse suing SU. I put seeing on Fox News. Let's see how old this is. Oh, okay. So it's super old. So obviously he's not really doing it. Can I get a date here? It just says a year ago. Okay, February, look. February 21st, 2021. So a year and a half ago. How's that update? Oh yeah, but you purposefully left the date out, right? That's awesome.
Don't forget about Sank from the Young Turks. He called me a murderer before verdict and continues to call me a murderer.
Look at that. He literally cuts the date out. That's fucking great. This is what I mean. This is what people are sick of. This is what people are sick of, the lying to fit a narrative. Oh my God.
For verdict and continues to call me a murderer.
Now hear what Anna Kasparian said after hearing who Kyle Rittenhouse planned on suing.
All these media personalities are talking about it, and all the people who don't agree with me or agree with the right to self-defense are making up these things, such as Anna Kasparian. He admitted she was wrong.
We have that clip. So Anna
And I give her
Kasparian
all the credit in the world for
cut
that.
nowhere.
Oh, wow. Good for him. He says, and I give her all the credit in the world for that. Yeah, she has admitted she was wrong about that situation. She has admitted that. No, and I agree with Robert here. I will never treat Kyle as a hero, but I won't say he's a murderer either. He should never have been in that position to begin with. That's why I said his mother needs her ass kicked. 100%. There was no excuse. Like, that's where CPS needs to be involved. I'm sorry. It is. There should have been no reason why a child, and yes, he was a child, a very young, 17? Should have been allowed in that situation. Now, to be fair, my mom didn't parent me either. Also, my mother was a horrible mother, right? Kind of sounds like he's in the same situation. Really, really does. Oh, he never even sued anybody? Oh my God. Rittenhouse never sued anybody. I'm sorry. I didn't know this. Rittenhouse never sued anybody. But earlier this year, a wrongful death suit against Rittenhouse was approved to go through. So there's that. I had no idea. I had no idea. He was defending himself. I'm not debating that. But he's a kid. He's a kid. He's a kid. At the end of the day, he's a kid. I thought like one of this guy's biggest deal with me was about protecting kids, right? But not when it comes to Kyle. He's good with him putting his life on the line. Okay. Okay.
And she says, I was wrong. So I want to play cut 7, Anna Kasparian, who lied about you, but then had the courage to clarify the record on air. Play cut 7.
So look, these details matter because if you're going to make an argument that you acted in self-defense, there needs to be some proof that there was an imminent threat. Now, what really mattered to me was how all of this unfolded. What was the thing that sparked it? What started all of it? And initially, I was under the assumption that Rittenhouse was the person who was chasing after Joseph Rosenbaum, that's how it had started. But I was wrong about that. Okay, so I want to correct the record. I was, in fact, wrong about that.
I wish any other news would do that. Thank you for proving that they have some cojones, right? Did Fox News come out and say we were wrong about the election? Did they? No. Oh, wait. They did, but that's because they got caught with text messages in the discovery for the Dominion lawsuit that they lost, right? I wish any other news would correct their mistake. any other news. But nope. Nope. Of course not.
She was wrong about it.
She's wrong about a lot of things.
And she wasn't alone.
So Anna Kasparian is simply covering her own ass so she doesn't get sued.
Oh,
That's
wow. See, this is why people don't correct themselves, even though I do give her props for it. Instead of doing the right thing, she was just covering her own ass, right? Right? Yeah. Okay.
only reason why she's making this pivot. Anna Kasparian and the rest of the people with the Young Turks are terrible people. They continue their anti-white people rhetoric, and possibly the worst thing that they have ever done is inspire cop killer Gavin Long. Gavin Long is a cop.
Oh my God! No! No! He just went full fucking... I'm not allowed to say that word on YouTube. I'm not allowed to say that word on... He just went full... I want to say it! Damn it. He went full fucking... Dun-da-da. He just said that the Young Turks inspired this man. But I can guarantee when everybody was saying that about Tim Pool, he was defending Tim Pool. Because nobody has any fucking agency anymore. Thank you, Hominus. Thank you, Hominus. Holy shit, he's fucking stupid. Like every video that we cover from him never ceases to amaze me how fucking unintelligent he is and how disingenuous he is. It never ceases to amaze me. Curious question for you guys. Do you think that Tim Pool inspired the Nazi man about, I don't know, 3 months ago? That, and I don't even know the situation that well, but everybody was talking about it, right? Everybody was talking about it. Let me see if I can find it so I can put it. Let me see if I can find a name here. Tim Pool melts down when asked about influencing Texas shooter. Right-wing media, terrorism in the Republic in Texas. Okay, so it was a man in Texas that they blamed Tim Pool for inspiring because he was subscribed to him, and he was basically saying this Nazi guy watched Tim Pool, right? Do you guys think, in your honestly, do you think it was Tim Pool's fault? Do you think it was Tim Pool's fault that this man shot people in Texas? Let me see if this is it.
Shooting. And leftist researchers
here, see if you can listen. I got it on my phone.
They've discovered the profile of this individual, and lo, this Mexican man is actually a white supremacist. Now, the thing is, it seems like researchers have dug through this profile. It does not seem to be real. This person was posting weird things in the past couple of weeks to no followers and to no one. But of course, the media's going to run with it. In this, there are, on this profile, there are posts about libs of TikTok, and I believe it's 4 clips from this show from one particular episode. That was enough for them to come out and, yeah, now Tim Pool is trending, and claim.
Yep. Wasn't his fault, though, right? In the same way, it wasn't the Young Turks' fault. In the same way, you have to have a little bit of agency, right? He just went full fucking stupid. Unbelievable.
Who killed
Never
3
ceased to
policemen
amaze
and
me.
injured several others, and he did so because he was inspired by TYT and their constant anti-white and anti-cop rhetoric. One of Gavin Long's victims.
Wait, I think what he means by anti-cop rhetoric is because I know I'm anti-American, according to him. So if you say anything that is critical of cops, you're anti-cop. Wait, I think he thinks I'm crazy for saying what? What? Thinks I'm crazy for saying what? What am I crazy for saying? To be fair, there's a lot of things that I could be crazy about. Like, so you have to be more specific.
Nick Tuller was in a coma, came out of his coma, and started to recover, but sadly passed away from his injuries. None of this would have happened if not for TYT's anti-white and anti-police rhetoric.
Oh my God. If you criticize white people or criticize the police, you are anti that thing. Right? You are anti that thing. You are anti that thing. Well, I am proudly anti Beta Boy.
Alex Jones was ordered to pay nearly $1 billion for what he said about the Sandy Hook shooting. Yet, TYT has never been held accountable for their...
Those are, oh my God. You guys, my brain is breaking. My brain is breaking. There is a difference between reporting information, right, that you thought was correct, as correct, and then correcting it. And then there is Alex Jones, right? Then there is Alex Jones for years talking about the Sandy Hook being crisis actors, going after these people, going after these families, going after, I don't remember the guy's name. Oh, there was one in particular that's become a more political activist. David something, I don't remember. But misreporting the news is not the same as harassing people. I'm confused too. Figure drawing. I don't know.
Their anti-white, anti-cop rhetoric, which inspired Gavin Long to murder people. This has a lot to do with the anti-conservative bias in this country, but that's another topic. No, I'm not saying that.
Oh my God. Who has brainwashed this man? You need to patent how you were able to do it and sell that shit. Oh my God, who has done this? That is wild. Where is the anti-conservative? Where is it? Nobody nobody, and I mean nobody, with any sort of fucking power is saying you can't be a conservative. Who the fuck is telling you that? Are there people that don't like conservatives? Yep. Are there people that don't like lefties? Yep, we're watching one. Are there people that don't like queer people? Yep. Are there people that don't like trans people? Yeah, there's people that don't like all sorts of people. What the fuck? And I'm pretty sure the Republican Party is a bigger party. Let me see. Percentage of Republicans in America. Let's see if we can find some real stats here. Okay, so in 2021, an average of 29% of Americans identified as Democrats, 27 were Republicans. Okay, so I was a little off there. And then 42% are independent. I would argue that is wild. That 42% of people consider themselves independent. So 2% means they're okay. Okay. Wow. Weird.
That TYT is directly responsible for these murders. The blame for that is all on Gavin Long. However, TYT has culpability and owe the families of Gavin Long's victims restitution of some kind.
Okay, well then Tim Pool owes the Texas shooter. I mean, it's literally apples and apples, buddy.
I know how what I say can affect others, and I try my best to be careful with what I say. One time, one of my viewers saw one of my videos titled, "Saggy Wants to Smash Me." The whole video was a joke. The viewer mistook the joke as Saggy threatening violence against me. I did what I thought was the right thing, and I contacted the
She's not one of your viewers. She saw through your bullshit.
viewer, and I explained to her that it was just a joke, and
Saggy How did we get here, right? Violence. He's saying he took responsibility for one.
Saggy and explained
one.
But we have somebody else here. If this is who I think it is, are you here as a hater? Do I finally have a hater calling in, or is this another fan of the show?
Hey, Saggy, it's me, Alpha Eagle.
Oh, the sexy eagle. So, Alpha Eagle, since you're here, can we please just confirm something? Did I ever threaten physical violence on you?
Well, that's why I'm here, to make sure that everybody knows. No, you did not. You did not threaten any physical violence on me. By the way, Saggy has recently stated that she has quit YouTube. If she's listening, I wanted to say that even though we had our disagreements, I never had anything against her. And I pray that she has
Saggy.
luck on whatever she's doing moving forward. So I did what I thought was right, and I hopefully corrected the record on a video that I made.
Oh my god, you corrected the record just like Anna Kasparian did? Do you want a fucking backpat? Like, you did the right thing. That's awesome. For once. Now correct all your other shit. Right? Independents lean to the Democratic Party 17%, the Republican Party 16%. Okay, so it's very, 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 very cut down the middle. Wow, very cut down the middle. Goodness gracious, but who was the chick? Her name is I don't remember. It's like unironic reaction channel or something. She's a real big Johnny Depp supporter. She really, really is. And she misunderstood what he said. And he did correct it. Saggy did correct it. Saggy was the one who actually brought attention to it. And that was it. And she admitted her mistake and she apologized. That was it. But then she also apologized to me after realizing watching him had given her this, avalanche of lies about me. And she was like, I didn't realize it. I didn't know until I looked into it. She's great. She really is. She's great. Saggy quit YouTube. Yes, she did. About a week ago. I've checked in on her once. She's doing better.
Now, will TYT do the right thing, take some responsibility for their actions, and give restitutions to the victims of Gavin Long?
Well, then shouldn't you have to give restitution? Also, shouldn't Tim Pool? Every single person that ever makes a mistake, even if they correct it. Now, I understand his situation is way different. But if the Young Turks have to give restitution, so should, I think Vosh was actually named in one of those things too. There was a bunch of Republicans and then Vosh, and I can't remember who it was. And then specifically Tim Pool was named. And it had like 4 screenshots of his different, like, that's ridiculous to even say it's their fault. Come on now.
Somehow I doubt that they would. Now that's why I say don't simp for Anna Kasparian. And I don't buy her pivot. Because her and the rest
Saggy
of the people at TYT have a lot to make up for before any of us can forgive them for what they have said and done over the years.
Bitch, they don't need your forgiveness, right? Nor do they want it. Nor do they know you exist, to be fair, or I. But why the fuck would they want your forgiveness? You're a terrible human being. You're a terrible human being. Like, lowest of the low. Just say it.
Now, I know this video was kind of all over the place, but hopefully it was somewhat coherent and entertaining. Now, before I go, I would like to recommend HB's YouTube channel. Now, to watch HB's videos on YouTube, you have to go to his channel, sub to him, and hit the bell for notifications. He streams just about every other day at about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you have to watch him live because he takes down the stream after
This
they are
just
over
became an
because he's too
advertisement.
spicy for YouTube. Alternatively, you can sub to his Rumble channel, The Hard News Network, or sub to his other YouTube channel, The Soft Gentleman, which is totally not a sarcastic channel. I'll put a
Okay, I'm not watching that anymore. I mean that almost made sense, right? No, it didn't. Not at all. Not at all. None of this makes sense. It's very weird to me that I guess it's not weird anymore, right? Maybe at first it was weird that we just went off of like these weird lies and basically Tristan equals bad, anti-American, communist, blah, 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 blah. Now it doesn't surprise me anymore. I will say, though, it did surprise me that he thinks that the Young Turks are, that he thinks the Young Turks are responsible for that shooting. And I'm sure if you asked if Tim Pool was, he would say no, and he'd have some excuse. Because he talks about me. And I'm monetizing my haters because apparently that's the cool thing to do. And I want to be a cool kid, Otis. God. All right, we got to talk a little bit more about Barbie, you guys, because it's motherfucking Barbie. It's Barbie. Now, this is a weird situation to me, right? Because the Barbie hype train was so big that we always see this narrative like it's woke with every movie, right? We saw it with Mario, and then that one was switched. A lot of people did admit their mistake on that, and good for them. That's awesome. I think so, Raymond. But then we saw like what was it? Across the Spider-Verse. It's woke. It's destroying Disney, right? Like the narrative shifts. I am very curious if the Barbie one will shift because I don't think it will. I don't think that this narrative will shift simply because, and I could be wrong here, but because too many people were already so hyped for this movie, and it's such a good movie, right? We are going to talk about, though, the people that have come out and been honest about the situation. The Mario movie was awesome. I knew I was instantly into it when they started doing that side scroller action. Oh my God, it was so cool. The animators deserve raises. And honestly, where did all the Barbie woke stuff come from? I think during, like, very quick, shortly before the movie was released, I would say like maybe a week beforehand, I started to hear it because it was either Greta Gerwig herself or one of the people on the team had said that it was a feminist movie. And that's a dirty, dirty word, right? We don't like F words around here. And then somebody said, no, it's not really feminist. It's more about equality and it's more humanist. And it is. That's an absolutely fair assessment. And so the movie came out. And because there's like jokes about the patriarchy, like it has horses. That is apparently anti-man. Right? Wait, we're gonna talk about EVS. My entire social media is people struggling to understand the Barbie movie are letting me know they got it. This is gay. I don't want to talk about this movie all week. Via X. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's so stupid. So before we talk or go into the EVS stuff, first off, Robert did send me 2 streams. Now, I watched part of the first one. Robert, if you watch them both, which one would you suggest we take a look at? But here's the thing. I actually don't really feel bad. I do have respect for the idea that he's being honest about the movie instead of simply kind of making up what happened in the movie, which we've seen a lot. Wait. Is that real? I think Joseph's fucking with me. Yep. 100% fucking with me. But that does look better. Just saying. So here's the thing. I don't really feel I can respect that it would have been a lot easier for EVS to come out and say, I didn't like the movie. It was terrible. Blah, 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 blah. It would have been a lot easier for him because that's the audience he cultivated. He grew his garden on hate. He grew that garden on everything is woke, right? And now he's reaping it because he's getting a lot of people that are really upset, like genuinely upset that he liked Barbie. Just fucking Reese. Can't do any more Barbie. Have a great show. I'm gonna go watch Murder. This murder trial. Oh my god. You would rather okay. All right, Reese. Thank you so much. Have a good day. But people are genuinely upset that he did not share the exact same motherfucking opinion as him. Think about only if you are lockstep with what they have to say are they supportive. Do you realize how silly that is? Like, I have so many people here that just meme about or joke about me having terrible taste in movies, right? Not for 1 second have I actually thought somebody would unsubscribe or stop following me or stop wanting to have conversations because I liked Love and Thunder, right? Not once has that ever crossed my mind, but that's a real fear people like EVS have to have. Yes, this is a great way to put it. Dr. Frankenstein's monster turned against its creator. And I don't feel bad. Actually, I find it ironic. Bye, Joseph. Yeah, Savage Karma like Love and Thunder too. I thought it was sweet. I like, to be fair, when you put kids in a movie and give them like cutesy little scenes, and I'm gonna be like, oh, babies, look at them. Like, that's just me. That's just me. But bye, Otis. Everybody's like, Barbie, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't blame you. I know I'm mildly obsessed, you guys. I get it. All right, I'm going to the one from yesterday, Samuel said. I know I'm mildly obsessed, and it's gonna get better, I promise. It's new. It's something I love. It's awesome. I really, really enjoyed this movie. And then when it comes out on streaming again, we might get a little uptick in the Barbie stuff again. Like, we might, but I'm just saying, I love watching karma unfold, right? And that's what this is. If you build your platform on hate, if you build your platform on everything is woke and everything sucks by my book, when you say something doesn't suck, the audience that you have are going to reject it. And that's exactly what happened. On a scale of 5 to 10, how much of a menace is Spider-Man? Oh, 10. 10, easy, hands down. He is a 10. All right, let's see if we can find a spot. Oh, I have it muted.
Takes, Uncle E. I agree with that. I know that you didn't mean it that way, but I do agree with that. I'm not allowed to have shit takes. I don't do that around here. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I'm not going to
All
insult
right, it
you.
looks like he
Movie to be like,
goes over his comments from the previous one. Now, I did, because I mentioned this yesterday, right? I did watch part of his stream yesterday because I thought that it was neat to see somebody that is being honest about the movie instead of being like, oh my God, the feminist agenda. Oh my God, it's all about the patriarchy. Oh my God, this is what happens. It's anti-male. It's blah, 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 right? I thought it was cool to see somebody who would normally, and probably will absolutely from now on, even if they like something, hate it, right? Oh, yeah. He has shit takes all the time. Remember when they said, yeah, like 2 years ago, it's going to happen in June, like 3 years ago. 4 years ago, he said it too. 1 year ago, he said it too, right? 6 months ago, probably. I haven't followed his channel in a long time. A year and a half ago, I think he said it also. And then there was about 2.5 years ago where he said it. And then maybe about 3.5 years ago, right? Pretty sure when I first got my channel's almost 5 years old. He said it too, right? Yeah. Hate is big business, unfortunately. It is. And it's ironic, right? This is karma. And you know what's really weird is I can sympathize with him, right? In a way. Because there were times where when I had my channel initially, like I told you guys advice I have gotten before from previous YouTubers. You don't cover stuff you like. You don't say anything bad about Ethan Van Sciver. You don't right? I can sympathize with him because it actually started with The Last of Us Part 2, right? Big Last of Us fan. Was so excited for it. I saw the leaks, and you know that reactionary feeling you have, right? Before you process things. And I was so mad. I was so upset. But then I was able to watch some of the leaked footage, and I was able to see things. And I was like, you know what? It might not be that bad. Let's give it a chance. Oh my God. Because I corrected myself. People went absolutely apeshit. People went absolutely apeshit. Because how dare I be upset that they killed Joel, but still want to play the game. And then I reviewed the game and I'm like, best game ever, bitches. I was so wrong. Like I think I probably gave it a 9 out of 10, right? Like one of the and people were so mad. So mad. You can't have the wrong opinion online.
a man-hating sort of dirge, and it just wasn't. But maybe I'm wrong. So let me. Wolf
Wait,
E
is he gonna
says this
dial it
movie
back?
isn't for you. Is so SJW of you to say. No.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Not every movie is made for every single person ever, right? That's not an SJW thing to say. That's a factual thing to say. That's a factual thing to say. Not every movie out there was made for me, right? I'm clearly not the target demo for Mission Impossible. I'm just putting it out there. I don't think they had me in mind when they made Mission Impossible. It wasn't made for me, and that's okay. But when they made Barbie, I was clearly the target demo, right? Yes, absolutely. Figure drawing. Oh my God, that's so funny. EBS says DC Comics is going out of business. Is like Doomcock saying Kathleen Kennedy is getting fired, or Tristan saying she knows what Moke means. Come on now. I dropped my phone and it's all your fault, Samuel. I try to figure things out. I try to solve things and I still haven't been able to. But at least I'm not claiming such outlandish. Okay, it is a little outlandish to think anybody could define woke with any real terms. I guess that is fair. All porn movies are not made for every. Yeah. Yeah, every movie isn't made for everyone. It's not an SJW thing to say. That's so dumb. It's like saying all girls have to play with Legos and all boys have to play with Barbies also. No, obviously there's a target demo. That's why market research is there. Like, I can guarantee. I'm using you as an example again, Reese, that you are going to enjoy something like Top Gun much more than Barbie because it was made for somebody like you. It was made for a dude. I don't care about Top Gun, even though I do joke around that the first one was like a queer icon story, but like other than that, I don't know anything about it.
No, it isn't. I don't think so.
No, it's absolutely not. And if that's the case, okay, hold on. Using Comicsgate logic, if that's the logic, then they shouldn't say that comics are for, generally for dudes, right? Because most comics have a target demo of men. Now it's a little bit more even. It might be like 60-40. It might be like 70-30, right? But I think I talked about it the other day. I got the ridiculous notification from the Fourth Age where it said women ruined, I don't know, science fiction or something. I think no, that's an SJW thing to say then, if that's what the logic we're going by
I think
here.
that's actually something that is a truism. I think saying this isn't for you is something that SJW said, and we can counter it and say He-Man isn't for you.
For
you
sure.
Understand? Like Batman isn't for you.
It's not that it's not for you. You're just not the target demo, right? Because everybody enjoys a little different things, right? Everybody's subjectively has different tastes. So there could be a woman that loves Batman, hates Barbie. Same is true on the inverse. There could be a man that loves Batman, that loves comics, that loves He-Man and Thundercats and da-da-da, but also enjoys Barbie, right? So we don't fit into pretty little boxes like advertisers would want us to, but something definitely has. There's a lot that goes into market research when you're looking up your target demo, where you're trying to find where you can make your most money with the most wide appeal. And this was clearly aimed at women, even I would say, a little bit older women. God damn it, I hate saying that. And the box office shows that because the audience was 68%. 68% male or female. And for Oppenheimer, it was 65% male. So it does make a lot of sense.
Things that are aimed at boys. Apparently Tomb Raider isn't for you. And all these video games, if you don't like them the way that they are, it's not for you. If you don't like the prevailing message or themes of something, a toy property, an IP, it isn't for you. Why would you go in there and be like, well, I need to change it to be something that I personally will like?
See, now that's where I will say, I don't want something changed, right? I don't want something changed. Oh my goodness. Sardonic spirit of Albus Dumbledore. Why won't Tristan put in the Morgan Freeman voice filter? No. Wait, is that a thing? If they're gonna spew garbage propaganda, I'd rather listen in his voice. Wait, you saying Morgan Freeman has a better voice than me? You saying Morgan Freeman has a better voice? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I already am voice filtering. Kinda. Bigotry and misinformation.
I mean, it just isn't for you, right? It doesn't that make sense? You know, when we say to women, like, get the fuck out of comics because you're ruining them. You know, I think the message is comics, when they're selling, the comics that people like, I guess, aren't for you. They don't need to change for you. They're not for you. They're for
and that I actually can agree with. Now, with the get the fuck out for women, I disagree with. There's a lot of really, really talented women in comics, right? That have sales to back it up. But I can agree. I've been reading Batman for years. Do I want... Wait, you didn't say Tristan? Hold on. Wait. Oh, okay. The Morgan Freeman filter for the people we're watching. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So I can agree with him here, right? I agree. Comics are not gender specific, for sure. They are for everyone, but not everyone enjoys them. But I've been reading comics for years, for 25 years. I don't really want to say that, but whatever. I don't want somebody coming in that doesn't even like Batman and going, you know what? Batman needs to be a little bit... Okay, here's an example. Do you remember that book, Batman Fortress, right? I can't remember the writer's name, but he came in and he was like, this was an Elseworld story, but he came in and he was like, Batman is more lenient on crime. He let these looters loot, these people. That's not Batman. It's not Batman. I don't want that. For example, Hawk Girl, number 1. Wasn't good because it wasn't... there was some good characterization in there, but it was clearly what they were... they knew what they were going for, right? The woman betrothed to Hawkman, they were toying around with the idea of making her bi. Her whole shtick is that every time she's reborn, she has to find Hawkman. Why is that a thing? Right? Right? But this isn't just women doing this. The first example I used was a man, right? So blaming a whole gender is like blaming all Republicans, right? That's silly to me.
Audience that's paying a lot of money for them, and that audience, the paying audience, is who it's for. We are not... See, the thing is, like, you and I are not buying Barbie dolls. I will never buy a Barbie doll unless it's for Ava, and I don't think Ava even likes Barbies or will ever like Barbies. Ava likes stuffed animals. So I'm not a customer of Barbie. Therefore, the movie isn't for me.
Come on, a little girl needs a Barbie doll.
And yet, in a way, it is, because it's a big part of the culture war, which is what I discuss here on YouTube. And therefore, I'm glad that I watched it, because it's important that, you know, I have some sort of opinion about it. Let me see. A lot of people still saying I'm wrong. That's cool. Listen, I'll debate anyone. I'm not Andino Palacio. Who wants to debate me? There's somebody who actually wants to debate me, which is pretty cool. Oh, Aiden Paladin does. Aiden Paladin's...
Wait, why is this so weird? This name was just brought up earlier. I have never heard of this person, and now they're being brought up twice. That is so weird. Okay, Aiden Paladin again. I guess. I mean, I actually emailed Ingleteen yesterday after the stream. He hasn't emailed me back yet, but then again, he has 2 emails, so I'm just making sure it's the right one. And I just said, "Hey, old man, you want to debate?" Like I'm down to debate the Barbie stuff, because I think a lot of people on the surface are oh my God, this sounds so pretentious, and I don't mean it to, okay? I'm going to say this. It's going to sound pretentious. It's gonna. A lot of people are misinterpreting it. Whether that's on purpose or on accident, I don't know. Aiden Paladine. Okay, so they're a friend of Adam and Stitch, and she's awesome. Okay, I thought it was a boy. I thought it was a Star Wars person. So now I learned a new name, and now I'm gonna have to look him up.
It's like I disagree with your perspective, and would love to debate you on Barbie. Cool, let's do it. Hold on a second here.
Wait, can we get to some good stuff? Okay, I guess I just assumed with the name Aiden it was a boy. I apologize.
Here, let's find out what people are
assuming
saying.
her gender.
I'll either agree with people or disagree with people, but this is important. We care about what the chat is saying here. Iwazaru says, my take on Barbie is it's 2023, and you really thought the Hollywood woke would allow this movie to just be normal and non-woke? 0% chance. Yeah, I agree with that. The movie isn't non-woke. It has woke elements in it. At the same time, though, what the message of the movie is pretty based.
Yeah.
Those two ideas can coexist within the space of a 2-hour movie.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a trans Barbie in this. It's disgusting. You know what I mean?
What? I have no idea, Potato. I don't know. I just learned the name today. There's a trans Barbie. It's disgusting. No, there's not a trans Barbie, though. There's a trans actor that plays Dr. Barbie, but never once in the movie did they ever say anything about the Dr. Barbie being trans. The trans actress played a female in the role. What? All right, I tried giving him a chance. Why is it disgusting? Why is it disgusting? Out of very basic curiosity. It's a PG-13 movie. You can't use your kids as an excuse. You can't use your kids as an excuse. It's PG-13. There's actually not a trans Barbie. That's completely false.
Like, that's vile. But at the end of the day, and there are characters who are espousing kind of like feminist bullshit. Like, oh, it's so hard to be a woman because we have to appease men, blah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. The patriarchy, wah. But at the end of
the patriarchy stuff's a joke for the most part. But the stuff about being hard to be a woman, yeah, it's in there. It's really well done. It's really well done. And it's really, oh wait, I'm going to use this word. It's fucking based. It's going to be my new word, guys. It's going to be my new word. It's based. Even if Dr. Barbie was trans, would be the big deal? She wouldn't have to do it. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Okay, so I'm not sure if you've seen it, Potato. I don't remember. But they're playing from a kid's perspective, right? So the doctor, right? Ken goes in there. They put him on the little stretcher. The doctor looks at you and go, oh, here you go. This is better now. And then that's it, right? It's just like a little girl would play with a doctor. Dr. Set, right? A little girl isn't going in there going, you know what? I need 2 mLs of normal saline. I need this. I need that. They're going in there going, oh, I checked your knees. I looked in your ears. I used my stethoscope, and you're all better, right? That's it. That's it. It's not like you're going to gynecologist Barbie. It's not like someone's getting a colonoscopy in Barbie world. So weird. It's so weird. The patriarchy is a left-wing talking point, for sure. The patriarchy is also completely debunked in this movie, right? I mean, Ken doesn't have a penis. Exactly. It's not like she's like, bend over and cough. It's a little girl how they would play. It's how a little girl would play with Dr. Barbie. And yes, you're exactly right, Potato. Yeah, Who would care? But not one time in the movie did they ever say, oh, this is trans Barbie. No, they said this is Dr. Barbie. She was in the movie for, my guess, and I'm not being hyperbolic, is 2 minutes. 3 minutes max. Max. And I do know that it was Margot Robbie who wanted her in there. So, I mean, I feel like I'm going to have to see this movie by myself. I'm very curious what you're going to think.
You know, the God character basically says the patriarchy isn't even real. It's just an excuse for failure, which is true.
That's exactly right. At the end, Ruth Handler, the creator of Barbie, played by Rhea Perlman, who did great, says that the patriarchy is what people blame. They blame the patriarchy when they don't know what else to blame. The whole idea is that the patriarchy isn't real. Like a true patriarchal society. Wait, some are now arguing that this is more of a patriarchal movie because, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. He does that because he realizes how badly he's being treated, and he was by Barbie. She was great. I like Rhea Perlman too. She did so good. She had a little teeny, ghost self. I love her. She was awesome.
It's normal and it's woke at the same time. There's both elements are battling each other, and it really is kind of a matter of what wins out. It's a sophisticated script. It's actually a really good script.
It is.
It wouldn't have been if Amy Schumer had done it. Thank God that she didn't get to do it.
That I can agree with. Oh my God.
Most messages like things the eye can see, but is not in focus. The brain picks up on that. Still, for an adult, and this movie, the anti-male message is pretty much in focus.
No, it's not.
Yeah, there's definitely some anti-male message in the sense that that men can be aggressive. I think what people are talking about, you might not have noticed it, but your brain did. It wasn't even subliminal. It was completely about how bad men are and the patriarchy.
No, it's
considering
not.
That particular Barbie belongs to an adult and her issues are caused by the changes in that person. I'd also really question the idea of the story being told from a girl's view being accurate. It's a disillusioned adult's perspective looking back at like what childhood was like at that point. Yeah, this is kind of true too.
I don't understand the anti-male stuff. I can if you only watch the first. If you only watch the first 20 minutes, right? But Ken in this movie is fucking awesome, right? Ken in this movie ends up like, obviously he does some shitty stuff because he knew he was being fucked with. He knew he was just an accessory and he wanted to be more than that. And by the end he is. Like you've got those, kind of memes going around with I am Knuff, like Ken enough, right? Like it's cute.
In a sense, like the Barbie world exists because it's almost like little girls keep it going. You know what I mean? And that the one Barbie, the stereotypical Barbie, is having a crisis because her owner is having a crisis.
Yep, absolutely.
It's complicated. The anti-male message, I think the anti-male message in the movie is that to little girls, like Ken is just completely superfluous. He's not important. He's an accessory.
Holy shit, he gets it.
It's kind of like
he gets it 100%. That's the thing. It's really from this little girl's perspective going, well, Ken's just an accessory. Because that's what Ken initially was, right? No different than the dream house or the Barbie car, right? And Barbie takes advantage of that. And then she realizes that she's been taking advantage of Ken all along and realizes that there's room for both. This is why I say this movie, in a nutshell, is about equality. It's about the idea of yin and yang working together. Even Mattel doesn't. Yes, even Mattel in the movie doesn't care about Ken. He's making money, and they're still like, "We gotta fix this. We gotta fix this. We gotta fix this." Like Mattel's a fucking joke in the movie. Actually, it was really well done. And we still haven't found out where the Kens live. We don't know where the Kens live because they're such an accessory. Because Ken, when we were little girls, didn't matter. Right? So our Barbie had its dream house. Our Barbie had all the accessories and everything cute and pink and glittery. And we put Barbie to bed and Ken in a box. Or Ken in the toy box, right? Because Ken didn't matter. And that's what perspective this is coming from. That's what, like, I honestly shipped my Barbie and Batman more than I ever did Ken. Because Batman at least knew how to keep Barbie Land safe. Whereas Ken just beached. Right?
It's kind of like feminists admitting that they do the same thing to men that men do to women. It's like in our, like, feminists will come into our spaces. Sorry, I'm going to keep using spaces. Feminists will come into our spaces and basically say that you guys see women as just tokens. It's women in refrigerators. It's you guys see women as just objects to be acquired, and et cetera, et cetera. And this movie admits that girls do that too. Like women are not more virtuous when it comes to the equality of the sexes than men are. We look at things from our own perspective and our own needs, our own desires. And women do the same thing, like with Barbie. Like Ken isn't a fully fledged human being. He's an accessory. He's starting to realize that he's just not important at all in Barbie's world because Ken is not important to little girls.
Exactly.
Holy shit. Yes, in Barbie, men are just as accessorized. Men are just playthings to.
I ship Barbie with Charizard. There we go.
Just the same way, I guess, in a lot of our stuff, women are to men.
Oh my God, is that a real thing? Is that a real thing? Wait, hold on. Are you going to Barbie Beach House when it opens up next year at Mattel Adventure? Is that a real thing? Is that a real fucking thing? Mattel Adventure Park. I gotta Google this, guys. Mattel Adventure Park. Where is this? Oh my God, it's in Arizona. No. Of course it is. Of course it is. I really want to go there. I want to live there, to be fair, right? I want to live there.
So it's actually kind of funny. Like it's a nice reversal. And what's amazing about it is that, Did you guys see shortly before
the Barbie movie came out, they were putting pictures out of this like Barbie Land house. Do you guys remember this? And it was the coolest thing ever. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It was so neat. Like the marketing for this movie was incredible. Look at this. And I don't even think it had really to do with the marketing. Look, this is a real place. Hold on. Okay. This is a real place that you can, come on. You got to admit that's a little awesome, right? How cool would it be to go there? Like, it was an Airbnb promotion. I realized by the end of that video, they were only giving away 2 free spots. But how fucking cool is that? The marketing for this movie was so good. I put on some of my community posts, if you guys have seen, some of the outfits that Margot Robbie has wore. Some of what they have done just to market this movie. And it's working so well. The marketing for Oppenheimer should have nuked that house for sure. No. Okay, that's funny, right? But I truly think, I think these movies helped each other out. They had such synergy, right? Not for a very long time have we seen synergy with movies like this, right? People were going and seeing it as a double feature. They were helping each other out. I think a lot of the Barbenheimer memes were helping everything out. I think it's very cool. Very fucking cool.
Oh my God. Oh, it's so embarrassing. It got men like our guys to act the way feminists are acting. So when men are sitting there freaking out and saying, this movie hates men. Well, it doesn't. It's just from the perspective of a little girl.
He just called them feminists. Ah! Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. When Ben Shapiro makes a 43 fucking minute video breaking down, and we were only able to get through 4 minutes, right? We were only able to get through 4 minutes. Breaking the fuck down over Barbie. Yeah, you look pretty sad, right? And I think it was too late. I really think it was too late. The love for this movie was so big already. Not since Dark Knight and Mamma Mia. I love both those movies, to be fair. I love both those movies, to be fair. Oppenheimer is the newest Christopher Nolan movie. And the funny thing about Oppenheimer is if it wasn't for Pattinson, that movie wouldn't even exist right now. So Pattinson, what happened was Robert Pattinson was working with Christopher Nolan on Tenet, and a movie I have not seen yet. How is it, if anyone's seen it? But he faked sick one day to go get his Batman audition. And in doing so, Nolan knew exactly what he was doing, right? He was like, how was the audition? Well, by the end of it, by the time things had wrapped up, Robert Pattinson had such a good time on that set and enjoyed working with Christopher Nolan so much. He got him as a parting gift, parting ways gift, a book about Robert Oppenheimer. That is the birth of that movie. And that's crazy to me. So Batman birthed Oppenheimer. Tenet's a 7 out of 10. It'll confuse you. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Like in a little girl's fantasy, men aren't important.
Because
they're not important in this
Oppenheimer
world,
did it
right?
points too.
So it actually got our guys who are sitting there crying about how this is like a movie that hates on men to act the way women have been acting when they're reviewing our material and feeling like they are not important, that they're being mistreated, that they're not fully fledged human beings.
He has a fucking point.
It's true. It kicked our asses, dude. That is funny.
He's not wrong.
The anti-male message. This movie actually got men to behave like feminists.
Yeah.
But
he's absolutely right. Come on, let's get to some funny shit.
Really no reason for Ken to be there except to pretend to be kind of their version of what they see their big sisters doing, with boyfriends. Like, we're on a date.
Out of general curiosity. He's got 254 thumbs down. Hold on. Let's see. So falls the house of Sciver. Oh my God, now they're trying to claim the movie is anti-woke. It's always something, right? It couldn't just be a good movie. It either has to be woke or anti-woke. It has to, okay. EVS is one step away from filming himself roaming around in his pool, calling us sexist like John Campea. I knew John Campea did something like that, but I didn't follow that story, right? I that's ridiculous. Peak EVS. I don't understand why he doesn't have one. Okay, that's a lot of people. Zach carried a damn toy around. Wait, what? Like a man? How dare you assume our gender? Okay, some people are giving him props for being honest, and I think that's fair. I think he deserves it. But some people are not happy about what he's saying. It's a message about little boys and little girls play together. Wait, hold on. Let's see what this says.
And start thinking little boys, little girls, playtime. There we go.
But the basic idea is that Barbie.
You can't force us to watch Ben Shapiro again. We tried this. It's impossible.
Toxic behaviors towards men in Barbie's world. It works both ways. When women have control, complete and total control, the men have been depenised. Okay. See, and in the real world, the men do something similar to women. They hold women down. So in both worlds, one has advantage over the other. And maybe, that isn't good. It's not just that
That's exactly the message. There has to be some sort of equality. There has things gendered, where not everything's, the boys go crazy, the girls don't. Stop. He's exactly right.
The men are perpetually engaging in toxic behaviors. The women are completely dismissive of men. Men don't exist in the women's world of Barbie. The question is really simply a matter of whether or not you agree or disagree with the messaging. To pretend it's just a straightforward satire, it is not satire. That's being used as a vehicle for more gender politics.
It is a little bit of
hot take, but I don't think anyone's
it is.
Seriously.
It definitely is.
Satire.
It definitely is.
I played with Barbie as a child. I absolutely hated this movie. Critical Drinker and Shapiro aren't wrong. All right. Let me see. Josh Coward, who's mad at me for being arrogant, says, I don't know whose review is more accurate, nor do I care. I do think this is another example of Ethan trying to be the cooler, lofty pixels. You think this is cool? He occasionally does this I'm too cool for school bit where he intentionally talks down to his peers and tries to be the cool kid in school.
No, he's just correct. That's it. He's just correct on this. And he's not trying to, for once, act like there's some sort of outrage involved. Samuel said there is something very similar on Zach, so we're going to take a look. Damn, how many times do we post a day? Almost as much as me. All right, let's see. All right. I'm sorry that the movie about dolls wasn't conservative enough for you. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's so funny. Want to know what I hated about the Barbie movie? The fact that Margot Robbie proves again to be a great actress who can portray a great range of emotions, and yet we never get it. Yes, a good Harley. Okay, I would argue that Margot did a great job always as Harley. It was the script's fault. Now, I will say in the Suicide Squad, we did get some really great Margot moments, but we absolutely, she has proven over and over what a great actress she is. And I will say she's probably my favorite actress, her and Ana de Armas, even though I've never actually seen Ana de Armas act. I just like her face, right? But I have seen Margot act, and she's incredible. And we need an incredible script. That's all we need. And it could be such a good movie. The Zach things isn't jokes. He did get into it for a minute. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry a movie about dolls wasn't conservative enough for you, 40-year-old man. That's so fucking funny. I'm sorry, that's so funny. Honestly, that's hilarious. It doesn't look like he's getting too much slack. It's littered with modern feminist tropes and straight up woke as fuck. He's not acting like he's supposed to like it. It's not. I'm guessing 90% of the people that say this stuff have not seen it. Right? 90% of the people that say this have not seen it. Oh, I just read Big Game the other night. It was all right. It was fine. To be fair, I haven't read all of Nemesis and stuff. So I didn't quite get all of it. We need another world war. Men have never acted like this before in all of human history. I think a lot as I get older about Milton's read on hell as being the person you make yourself into, brick by brick, until you dwell inside that person that you made. Yes. Okay, but he's not wrong. Like, I don't want another war. That's not what I mean. But like, the fact that these men are so upset and obsessed that fucking Barbie was female oriented is beyond, and I mean beyond, fucking ridiculous. It's called Barbie, guys, right? It was not made for you, and that's okay. In the same way that Top Gun Maverick wasn't made for me, I'm okay with that. I didn't complain. I didn't care. Not that one, the one from the previous day. Okay. So I hit back on the wrong tab. I'm sorry. I hit back on my StreamYards tab instead of the one that I was sharing my screen on. That's so funny. All right. The one from the previous day, and I'll hit back on this tab instead of the other one. Okay. One of the problems, I think you mean the day before this, but I still want to read it. One of the problems with going so over the top with outrage in the culture war is that you inevitably set up your enemies for success and yourself for failure. Yes, 100%. 100%. And this isn't the only time. Let's not pretend like it is, right? We've mentioned plenty of times where it is. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, right? That's still in the theaters, I'm pretty sure. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. They do it every movie. That's the problem. So they set themselves up for failure all the time. And the one time where something doesn't make a lot of money, they're like, oh, see, Lightyear, a movie that, nobody cares about, didn't make money because so go broke, right? Like, what about the 10 other times you were wrong, like this month alone? Typical Tristan. Shut up, Zeno. Okay. Where are you talking about specifically, Samuel? This is the first one I saw. Why are people rooting for Blue Beetle to fail? I have no idea. That's a great question. It's not going to do great, but that's unfortunate. I think I'm going back too far. I am. Okay. I don't want Blue Beetle to fail, but maybe James Gunn shouldn't have said they were rebooting the universe so early. Maybe they should have realized by saying that people weren't going to care. So you must be talking about this one specifically. 189 comments. That's a lot on a community post. Okay. Considering what okay, we read that. Shut the fuck up. Holy shit, people are insane. This is like calling everything commie. I think Zach deleted the post where he posted Ben Shapiro. No. I seen that one, Wilbur. We went over that one. I mean, I like how Michael specifies here. This is hilarious. Is this the height of our popular culture now? Barbie, not Tristan. Thank you. Thank you for that. We all knew it wasn't me, by the way. We got what you meant. Oh my God. Go to the one with responding to a picture of 3 years of SJWs flipping out. Okay. I'll hit back on the right tab this time. 3 years of SJWs flipping out. Okay, Doomcock. I don't care about that dude. He's an idiot. Okay, here we go. 3 years of SJWs flipping out over everything. I say, followed by 3 years of anti-SJWs flipping out over everything. I say, who's next? Pastafarians? Is he wrong, though? Here's the thing. Just like we said with Ethan, right? They created this monster. They created this. What did they expect? If it wasn't for people like Zach and I don't think it's, again, people have to have agency. It's obviously not their fault. But people saw, hey, if I do stuff like this online, I can make a lot of money. I can make a lot of money. A lot of money. Oh my God, Samuel, you're killing me. All right, let's see. 115. Okay, here it is. All right, the person says, even though you are still one of my favorite YouTubers, I take issue with your recent comments on the Barbie commentator. It only seemed like only yesterday you were ranting about Squirrel Girl, Batgirl, and Miss America comics, ripping them up, fleshing them because they were so terrible. But Barbie's not terrible. There's a huge difference here. This is the paradox I'm struggling with. These guys are doing what you did not long ago. So why is it ridiculous now? I want to understand. I like what you do. I understand why they do what they do. Okay. You should start doing rage videos and let the money. That's not me, though, right? That's not me. Okay, I can answer that. I can answer this because I know this guy has been around forever in the comments and is not just someone I've never seen before calling me a soy-tard, because I think it's silly for middle-aged men to get all in their feelings about a Barbie movie. And let's be fair here. There's a difference between somebody that's read comics for years getting upset that comics are bad and a middle-aged man getting mad that a movie that was clearly not the target demo is not made for them, right? There's a huge difference. Comics were made for people like Zach. Barbie was not. Only yesterday was actually 6 years ago. I saw that my caustic criticism mainly had an effect on entrenching on the other side. I basically created Heather Antos and accidentally blessed her with a cloak of unfireability. Damn. He might have a point. He might have a point. When I was criticizing Squirrel Girl or Miss Marvel, it was because a general audience shared universe, such as the Marvel universe, went from having a target audience of men in their 30s and 40s to suddenly trying to find a bunch of broke 23-year-old transgender anarchists to replace them. The stories were not well written. The art was awful. You could not escape it. But if you notice, I basically ignored things like Moon Girl, which were the most part set apart from 616. That's fair. And Moon Girl is, generally targeted at younger girls. We've got the Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur show. It's really, really good. I was the target audience that was not only rejected, but demonized by a company that I had supported for decades. Barbie is a franchise for girls. The movie is for girls, their mothers, their childless aunts, and gay men. If you are not in one of those 4 groups, it's just not for you. The people in those 4 groups seem to like it just fine. 100% agree. I think he just called Ethan gay. Just saying. But I 100% agree. I do agree. And people are probably upset, I'm assuming, right? Was it made for you as never a shield for objectively bad work? You don't know the meaning of the word objective. You don't know the meaning if that's how you're using it in a sentence. People lose the ability to learn between objective and subjective, right? That is ridiculous. if a movie was made for men to hit zeitgeist with the same level of dishonest, oh Jesus, with role reverse, I would be fair to expect women to speak on it. Your points are valid. Okay, so people are being relatively disrespectful. Straight men may not be the target audience for the movie, but we're definitely who the film. No, that's not true, but that's fine. Again, I doubt many people have seen this. Ingleton, I emailed you. Check your freaking email. Pretty sure I understood immediately why a man in his 40s that reviews comics didn't review a movie about dolls for little girls. Yes, absolutely. Oh my God. The target audience for Barbie are hating the movie. Who? The movie, for the most part, unless you are in your bubble, right? Unless you are in your bubble, the movie is loved. The movie is widely loved, right? All you have to do is look at the reviews. I mean, outside of your bubble, right? I did, because I said the CGI was objectively bad. People were so mad at me. Okay, like 3 people, but still. And then it was funny because I said that, and then the guy from The Flash, Andy Muschietti, said, we made the CGI bad on purpose, right? And I was like, oh, so I was right. Yeah, I was right. I again, gotta kind of respect Zach for this, right? I have noticed, so if you look back, I'm not subscribed to him anymore, but I have noticed a shift. What's going on here, guys? Okay. I have noticed a shift. What is going on with my mouse? Do you see this? Stop it. There we go. In him, we did cover a video he did a while back, right? Why is this like this? There we go. Where he was talking about Doomcock. And I said, wow, it's really actually kind of nice to see someone with a little bit of sense. And I started to notice a shift. Like, he's also said something about he's so sick of seeing Bud Light videos, right? Like, because everybody has been doing that. And now everybody knows that Doomcock is a fucking liar. And he's been calling him out for a while. I think the video we watched was about Doomcock. Doomcock is now saying that the reason Kathleen Kennedy has not been fired is because she has a secret clause. Shut the fuck up. I can't take this dude seriously. I can't. Not Zach. I mean, I can't take Doomcock seriously. He's such a fucking joke. He's such a joke. But to say that the target demo, like his audience saying that the target demo was not happy with this movie, is a complete and utter lie. A complete and utter lie. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Samuel. You have to show me. See, a lot of the 1 star, now you're talking stars, right? So it would be on IMDb, which means they probably haven't even seen the movie. At least not all of them, because you don't have to verify your ticket on IMDb. Anybody can post a review on there. All right, guys, I am going to wrap up. Ingleton, if you're still here, check your freaking email. We need to have a debate. Come on now. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.